and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Volta Premier Ho, Lolonyo FM Hohoi, Bewa Radio, Yendi, and Radio Sangmali Wa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, from gold to salt as illegal miners invade Ada in the Greater Accra region.
The harm this illegal salt mining activity poses to the Songor Lagoon is far-reaching.
But there's a government response.
The state security should be involved. Miscreants who do not have the welfare of the community at heart, but only their individual pockets, are brought to book and disciplined.
Also, NDC caucus in Parliament dismisses claims by chairman of the Appointments Committee, suggesting the minority had reversed their earlier stance to back the Chief Justice nominee's appointment.
The NDC will have a caucus meeting and take a decision and communicate that publicly.
In business,
depreciation of cedi slows down more as the local currency is expected to record mixed performance this week. That's on the Joy Business Report.
And later in the bulletin, what should you be expecting in the 2023 National Science and Math Quiz competition as the train starts in the Western region? I am Amiesi Thompson. Details shortly. This morning, illegal salt miners have invaded parts of the Ada Songor Lagoon, causing destruction to the environment. The traditional authorities there say they are helpless in stopping the illegal activity. Interacting with President Akufo-Addo at the Jubilee House, the Mankralo of Ada, Nene Agude Obichere, called for the intervention of national security to safeguard the national resource.
We would like to draw your attention to the menace of illegal salt mining as well. The harm this illegal salt mining activity poses to the Songor Lagoon is far-reaching. We therefore call on the Minerals Commission and related agencies to take the necessary steps to evacuate the illegal operators. We do not think that this should be left with the company or the traditional leaders alone to handle. We also wish to take this opportunity to request you, Your Excellency, to help us have the state security agencies act swiftly to curb and bring to order those in the area who have taken the law in their own hands and have total disregard to the law.
President Akufo-Addo said he will, as a matter of urgency, get the security agencies to stop the illegal mining of salt in the Ada enclave.
The state security should be involved in trying to make sure that miscreants, people who do not have the welfare of the community at heart, but only their individual pockets, are brought to book and disciplined. This is a message that I will send very strongly to the security agencies and wonder why, in fact, it is necessary for this request to be made. I would have thought that by now they themselves would be active, but there may be a reason, and I'll find out. And we will make sure that the right thing is done.
The president has meanwhile assured that ongoing works in the Kumewu township will continue at a meeting with the newly elected member of parliament, Ernest Yao Enim.
The people who have come to do the work, they will stay and finish the work before they move. There will not be a question that it was just an election gimmick. That would not be in my taste and would not be correct at all. Ms. Enim, you have a big responsibility. Kumewu is a very important constituency, one of the leading constituencies in the country.
The MP Ernest Yao Enim is expected to take his seat in Parliament today. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapo, has reiterated government's commitment to protecting Anglo-Gold Ashanti Obuasi from any unlawful attack. He spoke to traditional leaders, authorities of Anglo-Gold Ashanti and small-scale miners in the Obuasi municipality after some miners allegedly got stuck underground. The minister is also seeking to resolve conflicts between the community and the mining company. Following the incident, Love FM's Nanaya Abuache has more.
Last week, some unauthorized miners allegedly invaded a remote area of Anglo Gold Ashanti's underground mine. The illegal miners claimed they were trapped, leading to protests in the Obuasi town. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abujinapo, has had a meeting with stakeholders to help improve relationship between the Obuasi community and the mine. According to him, the government is willing to strictly enforce the mining laws to protect the mining concession. He says persons invading the mine without authorization will be arrested and prosecuted.
So the normal processes of the law enforcement procedures of our country will take its course. I mean, people, if they are found to have flouted the mining laws of our country, will have to be prosecuted, and the courts will have to pass judgment and sentencing where they may be.
The minister noted the government's willingness to liaise with Anglo Gold Ashanti and the Obuasi community to offer responsible mining job opportunities as a means of employment for the youth.
Yes, the National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program is also rolled out a couple of programs.
For Joy News, Nana Boache Dankwa Yadom reporting.
The NDC caucus in Parliament will this morning announce their decision on the approval of the Chief Justice nominee, Gertrude Torkornoo. But before that's done, they're taking on Chairman of the Appointments Committee, Joe Osei-Wusu, for suggesting that the minority had reached out to him, lending their support for the Chief Justice nominee's appointment. The minority had indicated they are unable to back her approval unless they receive the James Gyakye Quayson judgment. Mr. Owusu had claimed the minority's position had changed following a release of the judgment.
At the time we were writing the report, it was a majority decision. But this afternoon, Chief Whip has called me to say that the majority did not declare their intention whether they were voting no or supporting her. But after they have received a copy of the reasons given by the Supreme Court in respect of the Quay case, they have Quayson case, they have decided to support a nomination. So the report should be presented as a consensus report.
But the Minority Chief Whip Kwame Agboja says although they are not against the Chief Justice nominee's appointment, they are yet to decide.
So, indeed, the First Deputy Speaker went ahead of himself. Our legal people are consuming the report. They are going to advise us by morning. The NDC will have a caucus meeting and take a decision and communicate that publicly, as we have said in our press release on the day of the vetting. 1 week is passed, it's not a problem. But the point is that if the report is ready, the report should have been, a copy of that report should have been served on Minority Leader who is.
You heard Minority Chief Whip Kwame Agboja. Health Minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu says government is dealing with a high number of health personnel leaving the country in search of greener pastures. He says, among others, he has been compelled to beg the health workers to stay. Speaking at the 2023 Annual Health Summit at the Labadi Beach Hotel, he said more than 100 health personnel at the Pantang Hospital alone have left the country.
We have produced a great number of nurses and midwives. But it has become clear that we just cannot, and I repeat, we just cannot absorb all of them. In the process, we are losing experienced ones to the developed countries, while at the same time, we experience unequal distribution of health workforce.
And that's Health Minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu. In the western region of Ghana, anticipation is building up as 34 schools gear up for a fierce battle to secure one of the 8 coveted slots in the preliminary stage of the National Science and Math Quiz 2023. Michael Ashale has more.
The western region of Ghana is gearing up for an intense battle of intellect as 34 schools compete for 8 coveted slots at the preliminary stage of the National Science and Maths Quiz for the year 2023. One school to watch out for is the Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS, a former NSMQ champion. Despite their previous success, they were unexpectedly defeated by underdogs Shamar SHS in the 2022 regional qualifiers, denying them a spot at the Nationals. Determined to redeem themselves, GSTS is eagerly looking forward to this year's competition.
I was first used in the first ever synthetic nuclear reaction.
After making waves, Shamar SHS crashed out at the Nationals.
Yes, Shamar Senior High School.
Thorium
No.
They will be contesting at the regional stage this year. They are determined to make a strong showing and secure a spot at the nationals. One contest that promises intense competition is the matchup between Ahantaman girls and Archbishop Porter girls. These two schools clashed in the 2020 regional qualifiers, with Porter girls emerging victorious.
Archbishop Porter girls.
Isosceles trapezium.
That is correct.
And that report by Michael Ashali ending our package this morning. You heard in our top story, from gold to salt as illegal miners invade Ada in the Greater Accra region. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is up next.
Listening.